Okay, today this is another project. This is probably, I don't know how long the video is going to come out. But this is a door stop. It's replacing a stick that I have had in the back door, or most people, just a cheap way in your sliding glass doors. You see this piece of broomstick, it was there, see? Exactly the same length. And what I've done is taken PVC pipe, like you get it, you know, Lowe's, Home Depot, whatever, and used a T. Then I machined a handle out here out of plastic and 2 plastic bump stops for each end for it to hit right on. And what this has done is allows me to have a door, so I can reach in and take this out without having to bend over. When you're 62, this helps. And it wouldn't be a big deal, but now that I'm retired, here's our back door and there's the shop. So you can see what this is for. So when I'm working in the shop, I go in and out the back door, and if you'll notice, my work shoes are sitting right there. I try not to even walk in the house with them because you get chips in the house. So that's this video project. Very simple, not a lot of complicated machining, but just to know something to make life better here at home. A handle to slide into a PVC fitting out of plastic derling that I've got. Okay, I got a long way to go. That's 950, and this is about 840. So we got about 100. So what have you seen me do? Was to lay out my depth of cut, and what I'm doing now is I'm making off of this T, it's going to be a plug. And I'm going to glue it. I'm going to make a plug, and this is the handle off of my trailer. 850. Now I'm going to make sure, because I want this to slip where the glue will work, so about 912. This ain't got to be exact, so basically 912, so I like about 70 thou. I'm going to take another 50. That's what I'm doing. What the plan here is something fairly simple. Is I just want to make a plug for this to slide up on. And this, so what's going to happen is one end of this will be a plug. It'll fit up against the door. So it should be about 25 thousandths or so. And if you not go up. Sneak up on it, make sure it fits. By the way, this is just these PVC. I just went to like Lowe's. There we go. That's good. It fits up on there for a little bit of snug. It's probably a little big, but my experience with this stuff is you want it to be a hair bit big. We're going to glue this anyway. Alright, now what I'm going to do here on this other end of it is I'm going to cut it off, and then we're going to kind of just clean it up and turn it and put a big chamfer on the end and be done with it. One of the neat things about working with plastic is when you cut it off, you can just run wide open. It is not going to hurt now. This stuff is going to just fly. So this is kind of what this is, this eyeball on the wall. Oh, almost caught it. So there it is. I mean, that's the neat stuff. Now that's got a little hole in it from where I had a screw in it, but I'm not going to worry about it. It's going up against the door. I'm just reusing a piece of derlin. You know, plastic derlin is expensive anyway. So what's going to happen is I'm going to actually cut another one of these anyway too, to fit the other end of the pipe. Then there will be a handle, and the handle I think is just going to be a straight piece of derlin. It's just not going to be. It's just going to be a straight piece of derlin. Do anything real fancy to it. Derlin plastic doesn't work good. I mean, I've done it. But what I might do is I might make the handle out of plastic and just try to derlin and just kind of lip there on the front from cutting it. And we'll just go back and just take a light pass across the face and take us a file and we're just going around it just a little bit. Looking little radius. Just like that. So now I've got my little radius. I'll cut you off. This has got to be about 600,000. You got to tighten this stuff, and sometimes I'm bad myself not to torque the crap out of stuff. I admit to that, and especially plastic, and I'm trying not to dent it, but you start pushing on it even with the turning tool, and you got to, and you see now I had a little moment, but not a big deal. Again, this isn't precision. The whole thing's got to be precise is to get this to the side before it fits inside a piece of pipe. And I may cut me a piece of pipe off to use as a gauge, because it would be so much simpler. Hang loose. Just a second, I'm going to leave the video camera running. Everybody has to have tools. I've got plumbing tools too. I've got PVC tools that I use. 3/4 would have worked, and I want this all to be the same color. So I may end up getting some, I might have some 3/4 white to make the top half out of it. Okay, now I'll just see I've got me a little plug to work for a gauge. Now let's just cut me a piece. That's one of the reasons I got a piece of pipe to begin with too. So again, I just want this to be a fairly tight fit. In fact, I want this thing to get up there and push pretty darn hard, and because, and I kind of, it wouldn't hurt to have a rough feed rate. A 640 there. So about 30,000 from where I'm at, roughly. I'm gonna go about 20. I'd rather be at 1. I go 28 once and stuff. About a half one. Check the fit. I want this to be tight. That's good. That's a little loose, but the glue will get it. Okay, now I'm going to go ahead and back face this off even. Now, I'm going to turn this one around and I'm going to do it the same way I did the other one. I'm just going to face it off, put a big chamfer on it. In fact, I'm going to go ahead and turn a little off the OD to clean it up. Face it off, put a big chamfer on it, and let it be. Just like we did the other. Here it is. Got that one made a little smaller for a reason, but that's about 850. And what's this? Okay, change the hopefully that still fits in the pipe. Oh yeah, that little bit of butt off, I just didn't have it tight enough. But that's going to, it don't look pretty, but at least it'll be hid. So let me clamp it a little harder. Try to be a little less aggressive while I'm taking it off. I want it to be close to the size of the pipe. A little bit like sticking way out. You know, now I kind of had that little moment there, and I'll have to get that burr off, but that's not a real problem. Okay, that's what we want right there. We'll put the chamfer in it and round it off, and then we'll super glue this one onto the end of that pipe, and then we'll make us a handle out of a third piece. I need to close it up and take all that out first. We'll shut it up. Where's my other little, my little gauge? Your third piece. Basically, what this is going to be is a handle. It's not going to be a normal handle because it's plastic. First thing I'm doing is piece I've used it for something else. So I'm right now just turning to get me a clean edge. And then I'm going to go in here and this is, I want this to be pretty long. This is going to be used to pick it up with. I'm going to glue this, so I'm not going to pin it like I would have some other things I've made with this. So, and this is a pretty long piece of stock I'll push stuff in there. And I'm going to stop and clean off this, pull it off, throw it away. I'll bring you back when I get her down to size. What I've done is I went ahead and I finished turning this. And I'm going to set this up between centers. Trying to. Hold it just a second. This doesn't really turn. I don't know if I'm sliding it here or the center just can't get enough friction on this plastic. And I mean, I'll dead center it if I have to, but let me check. What I'm doing is approximately every half of an inch, I'm going to put a groove. May not be as exact as this, but I'm doing it kind of holding the scale up on and saying that's it. Okay. So then what we'll do now is just simple. I'll pull this back out of the way and roll you up. Just let the good times roll. We'll set this thing up, cut it off, and we'll flip it around and do the end. What I'm going to do here to keep this sort of the same, is, I don't know if you can see me. Let me look, see. Let me move you up just a bit. Okay. What I'm going to do now is kind of measure this one and to keep the pattern the same and cut it off approximately the same spot as here. And this will have to be, I need to chamfer this right quick. Let me get the file before I start cutting it off. Get rid of that little edge. And now we'll wipe this right off. See, then I'm going to chuck this handle back up, chamfer the end and round it a little bit up to it. She'll be, or just lightly chamfer it. I'm not going to round it. I'm just going to chamfer it, just enough to take the edge off of it. Cause it don't. I ain't going. This one don't need to be rounded. It just needs to be. Let's see if I can get you out the back door here. Had a pretty good length of plastic there. So out the back door we go. All right. Then I'm just going to take I got to take a facing cut to take the little knit off of it. And then we're just going to take a file and just round the edge off of this. All we're going to do, I'm not going to chamfer with the tool. Just like that. Okay, now I've got my handle made. Okay, now we're outside of our home here, where I'm going to make the sliding door, and I'm going to do a lot of this on the back porch. Right here is a sliding glass door. And one of the things I try not to do is, because it chips, bringing chips into the shop, is not to do that. Okay, so here's what we're starting with. This is the stick, the original stick that we had. So what we're going to do is dry fit everything instead of trying to do a lot of measuring. This worked actually. So I'm going to sit here at the chair and you can kind of turn the camera down and you can kind of watch along. I got to sit on the patio table. So basically what I'm doing is taking the scale, laying the stick out, give me about 3/4 of an inch extra, and just take this here cutter and just slice it. And then what I'm going to do is dry fit it together. I want this handle to be at one end, so then we'll measure it up, see if it's the same length. If it isn't, we'll cut it to fit. So that way, this has got to be the same overall length as the original. This is basically 1/2 inch PVC. I will wipe it up. My hands are dirty, so I'm just going to, I guess the idea here is just to set this here and then put this piece down in it and see how much I got to take off. And I guess I could have took a tape measure and measured it, but I've always figured you can always cut it several times. This worked good, so now I can pull this out with my hand. I may have to go get a pair of pliers I didn't bring. So I should have. Well, excuse me just a minute. Okay, now you see I've got these two that are pretty much the same length, then 1/4 of an inch. This one's just a hair bit longer, but I'm not going to fight it for that. I might could tap it a little bit more when I glue it. All right, this is the completed piece, this cross piece right here. You'll have to excuse my camera angle. There we go. And see, this is the same length. Now, I want the handle to be, you know, a comfortable height. So basically, I'm just going to eyeball it. Here's the other piece, the handle. And, you know, I want the handle where you can reach it. So I'm just going to kind of lay it out here on the floor. Take off something that looks good and just glue it. So this is a by guess and by gosh method, and there's not a there it is. We'll just pop a little glue on it and we'll set this one in. And there we go. We got a new handle for the door. Turn it over. There it is. Now, see, this is what this will do, is this will sort of lean up against the door. That's the completed project. Now, I'm going to wash my hands and grab a rag at the house and clean it up. Well, there it is in stock. And I'll get you a side view of it. You can see it stands up, actually sits in the track, which I wasn't anticipating. But the main reason I wanted to make this handle out of plastic is because of the glass. If I made it out of aluminum, it would scratch. So see, now you can just reach in, lift it out, put it in. Now this one is made like the original. You have about 1 inch, that door can be open. That's it. You see, it ain't gonna go no more than that. When you try that, that's it. So that's what it's done for. And you can see down there at the bottom where it's been bumped on some with the original. But I didn't want to make it, I could have made it a little longer, but I think that was, I made it exactly like the original. So there it is. So there we go.